Hello children, in this video we are going to discuss about the scientific management. You have studied about the general principles of management which were given by Sir Henry Fayol. Now we are going to discuss about scientific management. The father of scientific management is Mr. F.W. Taylor. He was the one who gave the scientific techniques and scientific principles of management that advocated the use of science, scientific techniques, scientific applications, scientific approach in each and every element of management. So what is scientific management? Scientific management states that in whatever we are doing in management, as managers, we must use scientific approach, scientific principles and scientific medium of work to make every part of management, every part of business very fruitful, successful and practically approachable with the tools of science. I mean using science in all the arenas, in all the elements of management, and not anybody's thinking, अपनी thinking या experience या artistic way or your talent. More than that, what you should use scientific approach, scientific way of thinking, scientific analysis in taking any decisions. That's what scientific management is. So what is scientific management? It means using science in all the elements and fields of management. There are 4 scientific principles that were given by him. The first one was science not rule of thumb. Science not rule of thumb stated that a manager should always take every decision through proper scientific inquiry and through the use of the tools and techniques of science, and not through his intuition. Intuition means his wills, his whims and fancies. He should not use his experience, his thought or his mood to take any decision. Before taking any decision, he should do proper scientific inquiry. He should apply the various tools and techniques of science in all his decision. Rule of thumb means अपनी मर्जी का चलाना, just by his own, as he is very powerful, he should not force his decision on his people. He must use a scientific way or scientific medium and approach for the decisions that he's taking in management. So a manager should use science, not his rule of thumb. That's the first principle. Second principle is harmony, not discord. Harmony means brotherhood, peace, mutual give and take relationship, whereas discord means individual behavior, yeah, selfishness, or there is a sort of disturbance, or when cooperation does not exist. Such a kind of situation can be called as discord. So Mr. Taylor suggested that the worker and the management, there are 2 groups in an organization, the worker group and the management group, they all should work with mutual give and take relations. I mean they should help each other, they should have positive outlook, and they should bring mental revolution. This term I have highlighted because this is very important. Mental revolution का मतलब होता है changing the attitude and the outlook of both the management as well as the workers. The management should not think that the workers are doing nothing and they are being paid for free, और workers को भी ये नहीं सोचना चाहिए कि management जो है वो उनसे बिना मतलब का काम ले रहा है, ज़्यादा काम ले रहा है and is not paying them appropriately. The management as well as the worker, both the group should work with coordination with each other. They should have supportive attitude towards each other, and that's what mental revolution is. So there should be harmony between worker and management group, and there shouldn't be any discord or stress or any tension between them. Then only they'll be able to work smoothly in the organization. The third principle is cooperation, not individualism. Name suggests that there should be cooperation between manager, the management and the worker, and they should not be individual. I mean they should not work individually, they should work with coordination and help with each other. It is just an extension of harmony, not discord, that there should be cooperation, trust and confidence on each other, understanding, and जभी भी management is taking any decision, it is setting up target, it should involve the worker group. They should take suggestion and advices from them to make it more fruitful. Also that the work should be divided between both management and worker class very equally. जब तक workers work कर रहे हैं, the managers should be there so that they can have a feeling that yes, they both are equally responsible and working. This all will help to bring in cooperation and peace between these 2 groups which are prevailing in management. So the management and the worker group should work with cooperation, and individual behavior should be avoided. The last principle is development of workers to their greatest efficiency and prosperity. Here it means that first of all, in an organization the worker should be given work according to his qualification, knowledge and skills. और एक बार जब वो काम करते रहते हैं, so there should be training time to time. You should keep training them, workshops, and provide them various mediums so that they can update themselves. We have studied business management is a dynamic environment, so hence they need to keep polishing them in order to survive with this competition. So अपने workers की efficiency और prosperity को maximum करने के लिए the management should give them work that suits them, and they should provide them good quality training from time to time to keep updating and upgrading their knowledge. Hence you can understand by this that after the 14 principles of Henry Fayol, the next scientific management which is developed by Mr. Taylor, it advocates the use of science in all the elements of management. The principles are science not rule of thumb, which means that scientific inquiry should be used and their power, whims and fancies, experiences को कभी base नहीं बनाना चाहिए for any decision. Scientific approach should be there. Harmony, peace, brotherhood and mutual understanding should be there between the worker and management. Cooperation से they should work. Individual behavior should be avoided, and all the workers should be developed towards their greatest efficiency and the prosperity through proper training and division of work. So these were the 4 scientific principles of management. Next video we are going to discuss about the scientific techniques.